Good morning, everyone. Vivek here with another episode of the Narrative Ops Playbook. So, today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic for SaaS founders, which is pipeline velocity. So, for those who don't know, pipeline velocity is the speed at which prospects move from first touch to a closed deal, right? It's always treated as a sales problem, right? It's in reality, but it's not a sales problem. So when it is diagnosed as a sales problem, what happens? Better discovery, tighter follow-up, stronger objection handling. But the number one lever on pipeline velocity is in sales process. It's messaging problem. So I'm going to present to you a framework today, which will have 3 levers, which you can leverage to improve your pipeline velocity. Pipeline velocity is very critical for SaaS companies. The more faster the deal closes, better moolah in your bank and better traction for your product. So level 1 is ICP specificity, level 2 is proof proximity, and level 3 is objection anticipation. So these are the 3 levels which we'll talk about. So let's move on. So basically the formula for calculating your pipeline velocity is number of opportunities into average deal value into win rate divided by average sale cycle length. So most teams optimize win rate and deal size. Few focus on the sale cycle length. So if you think about it, by cutting your sales cycle in half, effectively doubles your velocity without closing a single additional deal, right? So you need to focus on your sales cycle length. That's the messaging lever right now. So most teams optimize for the wrong variable. You need to focus on sales cycle length so that even if you don't close another deal, it's gonna double your velocity. So that's the formula here. Opportunities into average order value into win rate divided by sales cycle length. So let's see what are the 3 levers in detail. So 3 messaging fixes that compresses sales cycle basically. Level 1 is ICP specificity, right? So basically, you know that how critical it is for a SaaS firm or a B2B SaaS to have their ICP right in place, right? So sharp positioning is critical here. It attracts the right ICP from the start. So before even the sales call happens, you are pre-qualifying the right people for the call, right? So you're saving time on qualifying people. So the right message brings the right people to your door, right? So they know they have a problem and they know the solution might help with that. So the effect is shorter discovery. That means shorter cycle, right? So level 1 is ICP specificity. Level 2 is proof proximity. So that means on your homepage, when your prospect is checking out your homepage, your social proof needs to be placed near the decision point, like something like demo page or a pricing page or a proposal. That reduces friction when it matters the most, right? The right case study at the right place resolves doubt without even a sales conversation. So they are sold well before your sales call even happens. The right evidence at the decision point, the effect will be fewer stalls at proposal stage. They are waiting for your proposal to move ahead because they are convinced at the right time that this is the product for them, right? So that's why level 2, proof proximity, is really, really critical. Level 3, objection anticipation. That means you anticipate, you answer before even your prospect asks their objections, right? Present their objection basically. So how you can do that is embedding answer to their top 3 objections in your messaging before they have raised it, exactly, because that eliminates the most common cycle delays. Homepage, deck, outbound, preempt the friction, right? You answer the most common objections right well in advance so that in effect there will be fewer deal delays and faster close. So each of these levers is a messaging fix. It's not a process fix if you look closely at it, right? It's always messaging. If you fix your messaging in using these three levers, it will compress your sales cycle and the velocity will go up and you will end up being a winner. So that's why these three levers are very critical. Let's look at individual levers right now. Lever one is ICP specificity, right? When your messaging pre-qualifies, your pipeline shorter by design. Like for example, let's take an example. Generic messaging, outreach 14 days, high volume, low relevance, right? That's what most companies do. They do send out thousands of emails every day, nothing happens with multiple cadences and all that, right? Discovery, in an ICP specific messaging, same will become 7 days with the right ICP and the message resonates. You might not even need your follow-ups because you have done your work on ICP and the people are happy to see the message and they will revert and they will move along the funnel easily, right? Second is discovery, which is normally 21 days around. You send out an email, somebody responds, you have to qualify that person. The qualification, the wrong ICP is out, takes a lot of time. But in an ICP specific messaging, discovery happens quicker because you are already pre-qualified. Fast fit check is more than enough, right? Whether they have a budget or something like that, that's all you need to check. So discovery becomes 3x lesser, right? 21 days to 7 days is what typically we see. Demo, 14 days, educating from scratch, because your ICP focus is less. You have a very generic messaging. People know nothing about your product, so the demo will be like educating from scratch. But in ICP specific messaging, the demo is quicker, half the time of a generic messaging demo. They already understand the fit. You just have to customize your demo based on their needs because you know them very well. You know their pain points, right? Last is proposal, which is typically 28 days in a generic messaging case. Buyers are not pre-convinced, so you need to make a kick-ass proposal to convince them and get them in the, into the funnel. But in ICP specific messaging, proposal happens much faster because champions who want this product, they want to take it to the management, they are coming pre-convinced, right? So totally in a B2B SaaS world, in a generic messaging, the sales cycle is around 77 days, whereas in ICP specific messaging, it comes to close to 35 days average cycle. It depends on product to product, but this is a typical scenario which we have observed. So when your messaging pre-qualifies, your pipeline is shorter by design. That is the key takeaway here. Level 2 and 3, where most deals slow down and the messaging fixed for each, right? For example, let's look at proof proximity, right? Right evidence at the decision point. So the right case study at the right place does wonders for your sales cycle, right? Is it worth it conversation will never come into the picture, right? Proof, if it is buried, that's why in our teardown, what we have observed is most SaaS firms put the proof somewhere after the third fold or something, which is really a crime, right? You're killing your deal then and there itself, right? So proof doesn't work if it is buried. So look at your demo page, pricing page, proposal document. Your proof needs to be at the right place. So the effect will be at the proposal stage, there will be fewer stalls. Level 3 is objection anticipation. You answer their queries before they even ask, right? So on your homepage, sales deck, outbound, put a FAQ section, answer the top concerns you have heard by interviewing your prospects or customers or your current customers. Interview them and find out what are the top 3 objections, answer that. So that's why in effect, there will be fewer deal delays and faster close. So, these are levels 2 and 3, proof proximity and objection anticipation, right? So your action step is here. Every narrative ops playbook lesson will come with an action step. You must know by now, right? Your action step, pull your last 10 deals. Map the average time at each stage. Each stage. Find the longest stage. That's your first messaging fix. For example, from the first touch to the second touch, if the messaging, if the time is too long, or maybe proposal to closure, the time is too long. That's where your messaging needs to be fixed, right? The two most common culprits in the most of these scenarios is demo to proposal. There's a proof and differentiation gap, right? These are the two stages where mostly things get stuck. Proof and differentiation gap, that is missing. So from demo to proposal, the time is too long. So fix for you is add ICP specific case studies to your deck and demo follow-up, right? So for example, somebody has taken a demo, a CIO, put a CIO related case study in front of them in your next email to them. So make sure that happens. Proposal to close, that's another place. Most deals go silent in between. So champion enablement gap is happening over there. You're not enabling your champion to take your product to the management and get the approval for the budgets. So fix is give your champion a narrative they can sell internally without you. Even if you're not there, give them a package which they can take to their management to convince this is the solution for their problem. So you need to work on these two culprits, demo to proposal and proposal to close, with the right messaging, and trust me, your pipeline velocity will go up and you'll close more deals and you will be a champion soon. So that's another episode. Before I leave you, your longest deal stage is a messaging problem. It's not a sales process problem. This you need to understand, right? So if you want to understand where things are getting stalled on your homepage or in your outbound or your any of your pages on your website or your pitch deck even, we offer you deep teardown at $3.99. In 3 to 5 business days, we will review 2 assets of yours. We will give you before and after rewrites and some guardrails of what not to do when you're preparing these documents or your website. And we will even give you a 30-minute walkthrough with how to go with the plan. So if you belong to a team which is deciding between repositioning, site rewrite, or an outbound reset, please visit www.narrative-ops.com/teardown-request and get your teardown. I'll be more than happy to look at it and help you with improving your pipeline velocity. So this is another episode of Narrative Ops Playbook. This is Vivek here. I'll see you soon with another video of the Narrative Ops Playbook. Have a great day.